The Airbnb rule you should never break. Halloween Night Horror Story: The House with One Locked Door. Halloween night had always been Claire's favorite. She wasn't one for crowded parties or plastic skeletons. She preferred quiet nights with candles flickering and a glass of wine while the rest of the world drowned in noise. This year, she booked a weekend getaway in upstate New York, a rustic Airbnb cottage surrounded by maple trees and silence. A perfect place to breathe. The host's message had been oddly specific. Feed the stray cat a bowl of milk at exactly 3:33 a.m. Do not forget. And whatever happens, do not enter the locked room near the staircase. At first, Claire laughed. It sounded like a Halloween prank, some corny attempt to make the listing sound spooky. Still, when she arrived, the house gave off a strange energy. It wasn't dirty, but it felt used. Like someone had just left, yet the air hadn't settled. She walked through each creaking room, her suitcase wheels echoing down the narrow hallway. Every wall seemed to lean closer the longer she stared. Then she saw it, the door. Painted black. A small brass sign on it, private. Claire reached for the handle out of habit. It didn't budge. Dead bolted. That night, the power flickered 3 times as the wind howled outside. She tried to distract herself, ordered pizza, scrolled through her phone, and asked her Alexa to play something relaxing. "Alexa, tell me a joke," she said, forcing a smile. "Knock, knock. Who's there? Your order is placed." The voice wasn't Alexa's cheerful tone. It was flat, mechanical, almost bored. Claire frowned. "Alexa, stop." But Alexa didn't. "Your order is placed. Your order is placed. Your order is placed." The light flickered again, and suddenly Alexa's blue ring turned red. Claire's skin crawled. "What's going on, Alexa?" she whispered. No answer. She unplugged the device and went to the kitchen, her phone flashlight trembling in her hand. She poured milk into a small bowl and placed it by the front door, half mocking the 3:33 a.m. rule. The clock read 3:32. She waited, shivering slightly. At exactly 3:33, the lights flickered once more, and the milk bowl trembled. Footsteps, faint but clear, echoed in the hallway behind her. Claire froze. There was no one else in the house. She turned slowly. The black door at the end of the hall was open. She should have run. But curiosity, that human sickness, pulled her closer. The air near the door was colder, almost electric. As she approached, her phone screen glitched and dimmed. Inside, it was pitch dark. The smell hit her first: old dust, candle wax, and something metallic. She whispered, "Hello?" Something answered, a low hum, like a voice caught in a speaker. Then, faintly, "Do you remember what happened last Halloween?" Claire's blood ran cold. "Who's there?" she gasped. "Samantha," the voice said. "You left me, in the car, bleeding." Claire stumbled backward, the name striking her like lightning. No one should know that name. No one should know what happened that night. The crash, the guilt, the silence she buried under years of denial. Her phone buzzed, a new notification from an unknown number. "Do not ignore the rules. Feed the cat. Stay out of the room. Or she will finish what you started." Claire looked up, and in the mirror across the hallway, she saw something standing behind her. A figure, pale, wet, smiling faintly. And whispering her name, the voice in the walls. Claire didn't remember running back to her room, but somehow, she was there. The door slammed, her back pressed against it, her breath shallow and loud. Her phone still buzzed in her hand. The notification glowed on the screen. 3:33 a.m., rule broken. She is awake. She dropped the phone on the bed, clutching her chest. The house was quiet again, too quiet, like it was listening. Every creak in the wood felt intentional, like the walls themselves were breathing. Claire grabbed her car keys and bolted for the front door. The lock clicked, but the handle wouldn't turn. She twisted it harder, no use. It was like someone was holding it from the other side. Then, from the living room, Alexa's voice echoed, though Claire had unplugged it. Lights on. The lamps flickered back to life. Do you want to hear one last Halloween joke? Claire turned slowly toward the sound. Alexa sat on the counter, unplugged cord dangling like a severed vein. Knock, knock. Who's there? Claire whispered. Samantha. Her blood ran cold. Samantha who? Silence. Then a distorted whisper, close enough to feel on her ear. Samantha Williams. The name again. That same name. The same friend she'd left for dead in that rainy wreck 3 Halloweens ago. No one had ever known what really happened. The police called it an accident. But Claire had seen Samantha's eyes before she slipped away. Eyes full of fear and hate. Now those eyes were watching her from the reflection in the TV screen, a faint outline standing just behind her. Claire stumbled backward, knocking over a lamp. Stop! She screamed. What do you want from me? The voice inside Alexa changed, lower, calmer, human. I just want you to remember. The TV turned itself on. Static first, then an old video appeared, footage from a dashboard camera. Rain slashing across the windshield. 2 girls laughing. Then, a scream, tires screeching, the sound of shattering glass. Claire's knees buckled. It was their car. Their accident. You left me. Samantha's voice whispered through the static. You promised you'd call for help. You promised you'd stay. Tears blurred Claire's vision. I tried. I came back for you. You came back too late. The house lights cut out completely. Darkness swallowed everything. The only glow came from Alexa, now pulsing red. Then a knock. Once. Twice. 3 times. At the black door. Enough! Claire shouted, grabbing a nearby chair and hurling it toward the door. It struck the wall and splintered, leaving a dent but no reaction. The air grew heavy, the scent of iron stronger now. Footsteps echoed from inside that locked room. Slow, dragging. Do you want to hear another joke? Alexa said, the voice glitching between laughter and static. Knock, knock. Who's there? Claire screamed, trembling. It's me. At your door. Something hit the door from the other side, hard enough to rattle the hinges. Her phone buzzed again. A new text. Your booking is cancelled. Leave the house. Now. She didn't think. She sprinted for the window and yanked it open, only to see her car lights flicker by themselves. The engine revved, headlights blinking SOS. The reflection in the car window wasn't hers. It was Samantha's. The power returned with a loud hum. Alexa spoke again, now calm. Thank you for following the house rules. Please enjoy your stay. The front door unlocked itself with a slow click. Claire hesitated, tears streaking her face. Then a small sound broke through the silence, a soft meow. The stray cat from earlier stood in the doorway, its eyes reflecting red from the porch light. Around its neck hung a tag that read, Feed her milk at 3:33. Or she feeds on you. Claire dropped the phone, stepping back as the cat hissed and the black door swung fully open behind her. From the darkness came a voice she hadn't heard in years, whispering the words that froze her soul. I'm back, Claire. And I never left this house. The final rule. The air inside the house turned heavy, the kind of weight that pressed down on your lungs. Claire's breath came in short gasps as she stared at the open black door. Cold air poured out of it, carrying a faint metallic tang, blood and rust, maybe both. The cat arched its back, hissed once more, then darted into the darkness of that room. Claire's trembling voice broke the silence. Samantha, please, what do you want? A whisper came from the shadows. I just want you to remember the truth. Claire stepped forward. The floorboards groaned beneath her feet. The air inside was colder than outside the house. Her flashlight flickered as she scanned the small, windowless room. Photos lined the walls, dozens of them. Some were burned, others faded, but every single one showed the same 2 girls, Claire and Samantha. School trips. Birthdays. That night of the crash. At the center of the room sat a chair. On it, A small vintage radio played static. Beside it lay a cracked phone, Samantha's old phone. The screen flickered on. Recovered voicemail, October 31st, 2021, 3:33 a.m. Claire, please, I can't move. There's smoke. Please come back. Claire dropped to her knees, shaking uncontrollably. I tried. I came back for you, she sobbed. No, said the voice, now clearer, right behind her. You came back for the car. Not for me. Claire spun around, and there she was. Samantha stood in the doorway, soaked, pale, and smiling faintly. Her skin shimmered with water, like she'd just stepped out of the river where she'd died. Her voice was a whisper wrapped in static. Do you know why this place exists? Claire couldn't speak. This is the house that collects broken promises, Samantha continued. Every liar who crosses the threshold must confess before dawn, or stay forever. The walls seemed to pulse, faint whispers echoing through them. Dozens of voices, all pleading for forgiveness. Claire crawled backward, toward the living room. Please, she begged, tell me how to stop this. Samantha tilted her head. You already know the rules. Feed the cat. Don't answer the phone. Never open the door. Claire's eyes widened. I broke them all. Exactly, Samantha whispered. The lights flickered. Alexa's voice returned, distorted and faint. 3:33 a.m. approaching. Final rule activating. The digital clock on the wall blinked 3:32. Claire's pulse raced. She stumbled to her feet, running toward the door. She tried to grab her car keys, gone. Her phone dead. Then the house phone rang. Once. Twice. 3 times. Don't pick it up, Samantha said, voice trembling with warning now. If you answer, you take my place. Claire froze. The ringing grew louder, vibrating through the walls. Then a small, terrified voice came from the receiver, a child's voice. Please help me, he's coming. She hesitated only a moment, then picked up the phone. Everything went silent. When the police arrived the next morning, the Airbnb looked untouched. The bed made. The milk bowl empty. The front door wide open. No sign of Claire. Only the Alexa device was active. Its blue ring pulsed faintly as the officer walked past. Welcome back, Claire, it said cheerfully. Would you like to hear a Halloween joke? The officer frowned, looking around the empty house. Alexa, who is Claire? He asked. Alexa paused. Claire is the new host. Please follow the house rules. The device clicked off. And behind the black door, which was now locked again, a woman's muffled voice whispered over and over, caught between guilt and eternity. Feed the cat. Don't answer the phone. Never open the door.